Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. I'm here with a group this morning. We're going to be trading the open strategy again today. We're going to kind of stretch it to its limits. We will be trading under the PDT, pattern day trading rule, if you only need $25,000, and you will be able to cover the share size for NVIDIA, which is 100 shares this morning. And then we'll be testing breaking the pre-market high and pre-market low strategy of the open strategy for the first 15 minutes of trading. Please read this disclaimer. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. You should seek the advice of somebody that you trust that's licensed. This is primarily an entertainment channel that gives you educational videos and trading demonstrations and free scripts, and we don't sell courses. Everything here is community share and free, and we hope that you will subscribe and help us out, because the only way that really any income comes in from this channel is through monetization of the channel itself. So subscribing, sharing, and all that, then we can continue to keep making great content for you. So please read that. Come on, there we go. All right, so as you can see, we'll be doing 100 shares and we'll be doing the open strategy. So what is the open strategy? It is in development. It is beta testing. But what you do is you look at the close of yesterday. Today hasn't started yet, not on a daily candle. You look at the close of yesterday, which is $924.79. And then you look at the ATR, which is down here, 14-day average, $32.97. You divide the $32 in half. You subtract half of it from the close. This is the close down here of yesterday's candle. And you get the ATR low, and you would add half of it to get the ATR high. Now, in this particular strategy, this isn't really a range-bound strategy. In fact, the open strategy is trying to have you break a range. But it's a good idea to see the ATR expected movement in a day, and you can actually use those ATR levels as pivot levels. So we start off with that. The other thing we do, the entire strategy is based on you cannot go into a trade until after it breaks the pre-market. So you can see where do you decide where to mark the pre-market? Well, that's what they're beta testing, and everybody's figuring out right now for this particular strategy. And I think there'll be 3 or 4 that the $1 Million Margin Club is putting out in a book. This particular strategy is starting from 7:30 a.m. high to 9:15. This could be a low, but I mean the time is from 7:30 to 9:15, depending on where the price action is. So I marked that a few minutes ago, and that once it breaks one of these levels, that's when you start trading. If it's going short, you can only trade a red candle. You're waiting for it to break a pivot point, which we call profit lines. Also, the Fibonacci acts like a profit line. So once it breaks these profit lines, it's discerning. You can take profit or not, but certainly if it starts to go back through, you should get out, after it's been moving past the one you enter. Now, on stocks that aren't as volatile as this, they've changed it where if you take a trade and you're going short and it breaks back through before it hits a profit line, you only want to go negative 10 cents and you're out. Then you wait for the next time. You don't trade the same candle again, and then you wait for the next candle to break either there or another profit line. Now, there'll be a lot more description exactly how to trade this. I'm just giving you the brief where we are right now with beta testing. Similarly, if it's going to go long, you're only going to be trading green candles. So once it breaks pre-market high, or let's just say it's already up here somewhere, you can still trade it. You're just waiting for it to break the next profit level to get in. But you don't want to. You can't trade another candle that's down here and it's always red, but it's going up, like it breaks a profit line, but it's still red. No red candles, only green candles. That's what makes it more of a conservative strategy, where you have a much higher likelihood of staying profitable if you follow these rules. And that's the idea, is to get into the open where it's really volatile and really risky and try to take a lot of the risk out of it with a certain strategy. And that's what we're trying to develop here, where you get the excitement, you get the first 15 minutes or the half hour of the market, and you go on with your life, and you have something that's making you $100 a day or $200 a day, or maybe even $500 a day. And you can count on that, obviously you need a day trading plan. Now with this, you don't really need a max loss. You should have it anyway. But I mean, if you follow excuse me, follow these rules, that you're going to have to get out when it goes halfway down the previous candle. So now we're trading NVIDIA that had a $32 ATR, as you saw. That's wild, man, because it can move this between this profit and this profit is like, 59 cents. It's 59 cents with 100 shares, $59. So, I mean, down here, look at this one. So that's 28. So that's going to be 72 plus 17, right? So you've got 89 cents right there. That's a big $89. So you don't want to let that go the wrong way. You want to get out. Now, when you're in between these two, you cannot take a trade. This is a non-tradable zone because it's not breaking out. It's not making a trend. You're looking for a breakout based on this. Now, there's a lot of ways to pick the stock, like the pre-market consolidating's pretty important. This is what they from 4 a.m. to this. If it doesn't move half the ATR, now half the ATR in NVIDIA is $15, $16. But they consider that to be a consolidating so that you can kind of trust these levels when they're broken, right? And then you see here the volume profile. This is set for today. So from 4 a.m. to right now, this is the average price action volume with the point of control right in the center. So I have tons of videos that show you how to set this up. This is like a really important tool that we use in scalping around these parts. And then I have the scalpers indicator down here. This is totally free. Again, we don't sell courses. Everything's free. Everything's community share. We have 10 free custom scripts that are amazing. This is probably the best one there is. The green is the buyers. The red is the sellers. The blue, that blue column represents the volume. And you can see the sentiment within the candle at any given time. So it really helps you jump on a wave on your surfboard and take that wave, and then before you hit the rocks, get off. So these are meant to be, I do use it for mid cap, and this is a large cap, but a lot of people use this for momentum as well. It's meant to be short moves for when you're riding these waves. That's where you get the best profit. This is the best probability of a good outcome for you is very short time frames, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, probably not much longer than 10 seconds. But of course, once you get it going in your positive cash flow, then you can but see, stuff like that happens. You can take it, you can hold it a bit and then get out if it starts to plunge, but you can take a few more chances once you've got a little bit of a cushion. That's how we all pretty much trade. But, I'm getting beyond the open strategy, has pretty specific rules. So to have you avoid worrying so much about your max loss because you're not going to get to it. So on this, we're going to be trading with this group here, and I'll be calling the ball. But again, with the open strategy, there's not much to call, and everybody's responsible for their own trade. So this is a 2-day Fibonacci marked, okay, that gives us more profit levels to take. And then this is a 10-day down here. Actually, you can't see it here. Hang on. No, this is a 2-day. I'm sorry. This is the 10-day up here, and I didn't have it open all the way. This is the 10-day, so let me maximize auto zoom. There we go. There's the 10-day. Yeah. So you can also see here where all the pivot points were taking. So what does this mean? This is where the stock's turned around. Okay, this is where the stock went up and it turned around. So above the pre-market high, which is hard to see right here on this. Above the pre-market high, and that's the ATR level there. I marked a whole bunch of pivot points wherever I could where the price action was above it. It's really the only place is right here. And then down below, you don't like to usually mark it on that kind of a move. We got a couple in there, but as soon as I could start marking, I marked more down here. This is so far away though. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think some of these are caught right here too. Should have been a spot right there actually. Let's just see which way the price action goes. So right now we're right in here with price action. So we'll be trading in about 4 minutes. So this is a 1 minute. This is the scalpers indicator. This is the level 2, the active trader. 15-minute chart. The day minimized down here, which I opened. The 5-minute minimized, 1 hour minimized, 4 hour minimized. You can get a look like on a 1 hour chart. you know, where the action kind of stopped here, so I couldn't mark it any further. Remember, you're marking, you're going only from 7:30 to 9:15 to mark these levels. That's what the beta testing is showing is the most accurate for this first 15 minutes of the market open. That's what this strategy is. The first 15 minutes of the market open. Almost looked like it was open there when you looked at that. Now, also, we don't trade the first minute where all the market orders are sitting and waiting, and we're waiting for those to reconcile and for the stock to pick a direction on minute 2. Some people like to go longer out. They're experimenting 2 minutes, 3 minutes. If it happens to be breaking it, here's why I don't think it matters, right? Because it might not be breaking it till 5 minutes. It might be sitting in here 6 minutes, 10 minutes, you know. So if it happens to break it on minute 2, we're going to trade it, you know, and just go for it. By the second minute when you go in, it could be way down or way up past where you could have got it. So in my opinion, I would rather just get into the action immediately. That's how most of scalpers feel, is to kind of get into the action immediately. So again, we have about a minute and a half. I'm just trying to look. I'll be calling the ball, but again, there's not much to call. So keep in mind, at the open, candlesticks cannot keep up. They cannot reconcile. So you're going to want to look at market maker money. So I'm going to be looking at the market maker for this price, 39.49 and 35.28. That's what I'm going to be looking at rather than looking at the action. And then I'll be quickly jumping to profit lines to see, can I get that profit line? You know, what's the next profit line? I'm assuming everybody already knew that up there. Right now, there's not even reconciling at all. But when the market opens, the level 2 should hopefully catch up to what it's got to do here and what I call excite the platform. But, you know, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, which Street Smart Edge, neither of them are designed really for trading the open. You can kind of get around the problems. Things like light speed are better. People have told me NinjaTrader is really great. So if this is all you're going to trade, you might not want Thinkorswim. But, you know, again, if you watch the numbers are accurate, but you won't get as much help from the chart. So we have to keep that in mind. Sometimes they reconcile, but in a stock like NVIDIA, it doesn't know what to do. It's moving so fast that it can't reconcile here to get the message to here and to the histogram and all that. As the morning goes on, it gets better and better and better. It might take 2 minutes, might take 15 minutes, but eventually by 10, like when we start trading the RV strategy, there it goes. So the market is open. By then, it usually is reconciled. So right now, it is not. There it is. It is reconciling. Okay. So I'm going to look at this. So we're looking for, on minute 2, after that is, yeah, see, that's not even 36. Yeah, okay. So we're nowhere near here. So let's look at price action, guys. I don't know how yours is doing. I know some of you aren't even on Thinkorswim. You're on different platforms. But we have 20 seconds roughly. And you will not see me reverse because this is a different strategy. So just a few seconds, guys. We're able to trade, but we have to break a pre-market high or low. So let's see what it does here. There it goes. Okay, so okay, it broke it. I got in at 38.43, just below the mark, getting ready to get out. What you guys doing? Wow. Anytime in here, anytime. I don't think it's going to make the, did it make the, I got out. That was fast. That's not bad for 100 shares. So I got $1 move out of that. Now, I'm not going to take another trade on this candle. So I'm going to wait for the next candle, and it doesn't, it seems like it did catch up reconciling there, but let's look at the price action where it's going to be coming in here now. So, waiting for the next candle to appear green. We can only trade green candles. So if it opens green and goes red, we cannot trade it. So remember that. So it's red right now, cannot trade it. Looking for 39.60 to break. It's got to break 39.60 now to get actually higher than that, I think, right? 39.80 maybe. Oh, that made it. I got it. What did I get it at? 39.16. I got that actually a little too low, but it moved so quick I couldn't keep up with it. So I keep looking at the candlestick, and it's dangerous because I've got to look at these numbers up here. Wow. So any of those profit levels are good, guy. Any of these, wow. Wow, that was 42 for a second. I should have probably taken that level up there. I'm going to take the 40. What did I get that? Oh, I don't know what I got it at. Wow. I think I got it up here, though, somewhere. Wow. So I have to wait for the next candle. But I'm sure I got it over 942. And now we wait for the next candle. Oh, it already went. Oh, I missed it. Oh, man. Oh, wow, I missed that trade completely. Can I get back in lower? No, it's got a dip for me. I'm way up on the higher profit levels of that line. Okay, I'll try to get that in there. I'll try to get that in there and see. I'm going to take that. I don't know. I think I slipped. I was actually looking at the price, the open, and took a trade there. So far, now I have to wait for the next candle, which is about 15 seconds. There it goes. Here it goes. It's red. God, it's hard to see here. Oh, man, I'm missing it. Hang on. So did that really hit 45 for a second? What's the... No. So I'm looking at the... Yeah. I went in after that on the green. So I got it at 44.68. Got it at 44.68. Wow. Oh, so that went below 10 cents right away. I didn't even see it. So I did not get it where I wanted to get it on this profit line. So it's not 10 cents below that. Now remember, we talked about middle of the candle before, so that's way down here. So I can go much lower than this to actually officially get out halfway down the last candle, which is like 42.38. So that's like a $2 move for me, $200. So we don't really want to see that happen. But yeah, I got it way up here higher than I thought. Yeah, I got it way, when I hit it, I was way up here. Man, I was way up like here. So, okay, so anywhere in here now I can start taking a profit. Yeah, my entry was terrible there. I really thought I was entering down here when I looked here. I think it slipped a lot on them. Oh, my God. But now it's doing just fine. So let's not lose this, guys. I'm going to let it break more levels and get out here. Like everybody, oh, somebody's red up there. I don't want to see that. I mean, this is hard to keep up with NVIDIA. There's no question about it. It's really hard. So, whoa. Whoa, guys. That is, I saw 48 for a second. Yeah, I'm going to take that. Wow. That was, woof. Yeah. So I officially can't take a trade to this. I'm going to take a breath. I'm surprised I made 8 points out of this. I didn't really feel out of control there because I got a cushion early on. Let me get this down so I can start looking at other stuff now, because as we got past the initial rush, but look at it, broke it, and it, if you were just trading a 5-minute candle, you'd still be in this trade. Somewhere in here you could have got in and just stayed with it. Now this fib I would respect, I got to tell you, and it seemed like it tapped it and went right down, or almost tapped it. 45. This is at 60, it looks like. So I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of the one and done feeling right now. I did see that it caught up and reconciled, which was great, but it moved fast. So this is not for the faint of heart. But at no time was I in danger of actually being red. The first trade was fantastic, breaking that pre-market, and that does seem to be the way these big, like Microsoft, NVIDIA, AMD. It's like when they break it high or low, you have like the first 3 to 5 minutes of the continuation of that move. Now, obviously, nothing's forever for sure, but it does seem like that's what happens. So now I will be trading a different style of trading later today. I know there's big news that we're going to be having an interview with the $1 Million Margin Club members coming up later in the week. I'm not sure which day that is, so we're all excited about that. And or more a question and answer, I guess they call it. And other than that, I think we're going to call it a day. This is going to be a shorter video, but I'm not going to trade the full 15 minutes here. I'm not feeling it right now. When it starts to do this, I don't like it. It's kind of done its move up now, and now I'm a little worried about. I mean, technically, if it breaks this green, I could take a trade there. I don't, maybe take it. Is this actually reconciling? No. See, it's a little off. I really like to watch the candles, and if I have to watch this, it's a little harder on 40, because these are moving 40, 60 cents in a split second. And that's how I got that. I missed that trade. So NVIDIA is probably not, you know, it was exciting. Might not be the best for this because it's just moving so fast. You could have probably made as much money with double the shares on something like Microsoft that has like a 8 to 10 or $11 ATR, AMD that has a 6 to 8 ATR, and go like 500 shares under your PDT. So those are things we have to be testing to see how to set the scanners to get the best stock. I mean, this is exciting. I mean, if I was trading 1,000 shares, guys, just imagine. So how much money that would have been. So you know, that's kind of cool. So just multiply that by 10. For a minute, I thought it was 80,000. Oh my God, I got to start doing that. But anyway, so I hope this was, don't forget to subscribe. I hope this was entertaining and interesting. Just possible ways to trade, possible things that could happen. I wasn't really watching the scalpers indicator. I had no time, guys. I had no time. I'm just watching these profit lines, which is why they make them. You know, why they say to do it this way. It's like you watch this, you watch the price action, you follow it. Like there's no trades in here, so I'm really glad. You can't go short here. Remember that when you trade this. You can only go short when it breaks down below the low. And that's to protect you from losing your butt in here. You want it to be going a certain way. So obviously we're going to be covering a lot of this. This is not done, but it's exciting to trade. And I will see you guys soon. Always be inquisitive and stay green out there. Remember, trading a sim until whatever strategy you're trading is really working for you. See, now I could take that trade. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. See you soon.